Okay, let's take a look at how to stake some blast holes in SCS900. Of all the things SCS900 does, it does a lot better for mining. One of the things that I have some complaints is blast holes, because if you're using Trimble Access and you're staking points, you can literally just hit the right key on the keyboard and it automatically takes you to the next point. And you just walk and click, and you're not having to stop and interact with the screen. Stopping and interacting with the screen takes quite a bit of time, and trying to get it in the sun and make sure you're picking the point you want. So anyways, I was down in South Africa a little while ago, and the surveyors down there have figured out a pretty neat way to do blast holes. And so I got a screen up here showing SCS900, and you can see if I go into the stake and pick an object and say OK, and then I have to pick each point off the screen, and that takes a lot of time when you're staking several hundred blast holes. So what I'd like to do is just show you a little better way to do this. Now, I imported this as a blast for one of the blasts up in Morenci, and I just imported a CSV into Business Center. But one of the things I did is I added BHA, and I could make it anything I want, but it's just a description, blast hole alignment. And then I went in, and in the feature library, feature definition manager, you can create codes that do things like draw lines. So I created a code BHA, and I created a line code, and now anytime I import blast holes with that code, it will draw a line. So I imported the CSV, the points come in, then I hit process feature codes, and it drew a line in the order that the sheet was. Now, I also, when I design the blast, want to make sure it's the way I would want to walk it. Okay, so now I have a line. So now let's export this out to SCS900, and in SCS900 we will open a new work order with that design. And then when you see the design come in, you'll see it's a series of points and lines, and the lines make it a lot easier to stake. So I go hit the home button, go to stake. It's asking me to pick an object. I can pick it off the screen, or I can hit the little sheet, and there's my blast hole alignment that I created in Business Center. And now starting at 0 and a pair, accept. I'm walking over, I'm standing on my point, I stake my point, accept, on to the next one. It's auto-advancing me to the points. So all I do is just hit you can hit the stake and accept just hitting the enter key. Bam, bam, bam. You don't have to touch the screen, and wham, you're going on to the next point. And a couple of things. If you look in settings and you look in line settings, I have create corner points, yes, and I made sure my station interval is far beyond any of the distance between my blast holes, so that it doesn't stop me mid-line on some interval, because the only thing I care about are my points. The other thing to note is just these information bars. I set up my information bars with just the information I want to see. I've got my rod height, I've got my design station I'm staking, my go, my delta north, my delta east. So I can look right at the screen, and it's a quick stake. So anyways, I thought that was a real innovative way to do it, and I was actually in the Congo in this remote mine in the middle of nowhere, and these guys showed this to me, so I thought I would share.